Hi, I'm Al Michaels, and now, with a turducken from Thanksgiving, here is John Madden. Well, how you doing there, folks? It's John Madden here. You know, it's Thanksgiving coming up, so I thought I'd give my middle of the season turduckens for all those people who've been kicking some booty in the NFL. So I gotta give it to those people out in San Francisco. That Harbaugh guy he's been really kicking some butt. Boom. The San Francisco people they've just been really doing it. Okay, that's enough of that. I thought I'd try something that probably sounded like I was gargling mouthwash. That wasn't really entertaining, but hey, Mr. Voiceman has to do voices, otherwise I don't live up to the moniker and I lose my copyright status. So I had to do something. Anyway, it's been a good week, coming off a very satisfying, gut-wrenching, but still satisfying victory against the Cincinnati Bengals, the upstart Bengals, that is. That puts us into first place in the division. We are tied record-wise with Pittsburgh, but because we've beaten the crap out of them twice, we are in first place in the division, are now in the driver's seat for the number 1 and number 2 seed in the AFC. I still think the Patriots are the team to beat, even if their defense has been that bad. But still, number 2 seed means a bye game, and it also means home field for the playoffs, unless we have to play the Patriots, in which case we go to Foxborough. And given our offense, I think we can kick the tar out of the Patriots, but that's not important right now. What is important right now is tomorrow night. It's Thanksgiving, and it's the Har Bowl, as you've probably heard from every single national media coverage in the entire country. Oh, and the Harbaugh brothers are meeting at Thanksgiving. Oh, the Harbaugh brothers, blah, 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 blah. Well, guess what? There's a football game attached to this, and depending on how the football game goes, really depends on which brother has the better Thanksgiving. I'm going to try break that down in about 8 minutes, so let's get right down to it. First off, San Francisco comes in at 9-1, and they've pretty much made their bread and butter on the running game. And after watching some replays and watching some footage, what it seems to be is they really live for the jumbo packages where they will have a double tight end set and they'll have their spare offensive linemen report in as tight ends. So they're basically looking at a 7-man front, fullback and running back, and pray that they find an open seam somehow. And with 7 fat bastards blocking the way for just one guy, you would hope the running back can do work. Now, run defense has been, that's been our bread and butter for a while. So I'd like to think we would be able to come out and pretty much stop them right in their tracks. Gore is a dangerous guy, and if there's anywhere to be had, it's probably going to be up the middle. Yes, I said up the middle. Given Terrence Cody and Haloti Ngata right there, you would think it would be tough. But when you have that many offensive linemen, outnumbering is going to be difficult. But the linebacking core, Ray Lewis or without Ray Lewis, should be able to sniff out the run, get around that fullback, and knock him down before he gets any major yardage. I look for maybe 2 to 4.5 yards per carry, and Gore should probably be a non-factor going into the second half. Now, Alex Smith has been absolute garbage, train wreck of a quarterback for the past 5 years. And all of a sudden, Harbaugh comes in and says, hey, we're going to run the crap out of the football, so you don't have to do too much. All of a sudden he said, oh, wow, I don't have to do anything. And look what he's done. Guy's only thrown 3 interceptions for the entire year. He's not making the mistakes that he's been known to do, and he's actually managing the game well. Any quarterback's going to be good when you don't have to make him do too much. I mean, look, Flacco threw it 785 times against Seattle. We come up short. He only throws it 27 times against the Bengals. We beat the living pants off of him, and he has a great day. He had a day rating of 104.9. That's his best on the season. So I'm just saying, you can see where it ends up being a good thing. I like that sound. That being said, our secondary is much more physical on the outer perimeter and even in the backside, where I really think, given the run game, they should be able to come up, help support the run and stop the run, and put the game square on Alex Smith's back. Alex Smith can't handle this type of pressure. There are going to be interceptions to be had, and our secondary is talented enough to do that. Now, on the other side of the ball, their run defense is one of the best in the NFL, so even if their run defense wasn't that good, Ray's probably still going to get the ball 20 to 25 times, be it the pass or be it the run. But just as last week, you're going to see us use run to set up play action because that's where Flacco lives. If you use the run to set up that long arm and find separation on the outer edges, that's where we make our points, and we're going to have to do that early against this team. So the front, I really don't give our run offense that much of a chance, but their pass defense against us, I really think is going to be setting up well against this defense. Special teams, that's where I'm scared. Ted Ginn Jr., pretty much a bust when it comes to catching the ball and being a legitimate receiver in the NFL. He's almost as dangerous as Devin Hester when it comes to the return game. I think he has about 3 kick returns for touchdowns and a couple more punt returns for touchdowns. And given how porous our defense has been on special teams coverage, I really don't like our chances of stopping this guy. I really expect him to run one back against us. Outside of that, though, 1 or 2 touchdowns on special teams, I think we can recover from that, defensively and special teams wise. Rosberg, he's a very good special teams coordinator. He didn't make the best of decisions by sending David Reed back out there 3 times against Seattle. Mistake. I think so. Fire him. No, I'm just kidding. But outside of that, though, he knows how to make the proper adjustments when it comes to blocking those lanes, putting bodies in them, and bringing the returners down before they can make significant progress. Intangibles, though, those are kind of going to be the big issues. It's brother versus brother, so obviously both teams are going to be playing at 150%, just high intensity for all 4 quarters. But when you factor in having to travel across 3 time zones, having 3 days to rest, recover, game plan, practice, contact drills, and implement a game plan, and still recover from jet lag, I don't like the Niners' chances in this one. They've played a lot of soft teams, except for the Cowboys and Giants. Only reason they lost to the Cowboys was an overtime fluke. But even against the Giants, they thought they had the lead. They started snoozing, and the Giants came back and almost beat them. That being said, this is the true test that they've not had yet in the NFL. So, prediction-wise, while it's going to be an absolute slugfest, I'm talking Pittsburgh-Baltimore level, I still say that the man who's been a head coach longer is going to end up coming out on top. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, your Baltimore Ravens are going to end up winning this game on Turkey Day. That's Thanksgiving. Wow, it feels good to say we have a Thanksgiving game. Are we starting to get respect? I hope so. Don't really have a score prediction, but I'd say no more than a field goal or a touchdown at the most. It's going to be a close game, but I think we just have the wherewithal and luck that it's a home game for us. I really think we're able to put it to them on Thanksgiving in front of the national audience. So, like I say, hopefully it works out that way, but yeah, we'll all be rested, recuperated, and full of turkey, stuffing, gravy, and whole 9 yards. And hopefully watching our purple and black go on to another victory and taking control of our division a little bit more. That being said, Mr. Voiceman, I'm out. I have a long day of eating, drinking, and football tomorrow, so I really need to get some rest to catch up on that. So you guys have a good evening. Have a very good day. Great Thanksgiving to everybody's friends and family and everyone who supports the channel and watches my videos. And while you're at it, tell them to watch it while they're sleeping off the turkey. I don't care if they're sleeping, just press play. It gets me more exposure on YouTube. So that being said, guys, happy Thanksgiving. God bless. And we'll see you guys soon, hopefully after a pleasant victory. And as always, go Ravens!